This is a simple application built with React Router v6 SPA, no server-side rendering or anything like that. And I'm just showing a quick pattern for authentication. And then once I'm logged in, and this is just additional code, but I can access different routes. And if I go back home, and then now if I log out and I try to get to the home route, it redirects. And if I try to get to my post route, it redirects. So everything's working. The basic code here, we start with my browser router that I'm using. I'm using a browser router because it supports the data loading. I have actions and I have loaders. But the magic really is that we need to protect the routes. And so the way the code works, and I can look at my protect route function, is that I have a token. And when I log in, I save a token to local storage. And when I log out, I delete the token from local storage. So what my protect route function does is it checks, and if there's a token in local storage, then it will call the loader function. If there's not a token, then it redirects to login. Now, what I've had to do here is I've had to wrap all of my loaders with this protect route. And the reason you have to do that is that with React Router v6, it basically calls all the loaders in parallel. So if I just protected, so like you can see these are children down here. These are child routes. This is another trick. So this is basically an empty layout that I have, and then I have these child routes underneath it. If this loader makes the check and it finds there's no token, it doesn't matter because these child routes have already started to fire because they're all running in parallel. So I've had to wrap all of the routes. So the way I wrap it with my function is I call protect route, and I basically pass in the loader function. Here's a clearer example. I have a home loader that loads the data for the home route. I wrap it inside this protected route. When this loader is called, it calls protected route, checks for the token. Otherwise, it will fall out and it will call loader function with the arguments that got passed in. So just a quick thing to know. I'll probably do a longer video on this, but hey, subscribe to the channel and you get the update.